Hello and welcome to Bunny Hop. My name is George Weedman, and I'm going to be doing something a little different than usual. I'm going to be playing a game that I love for what you see right there. I love it for that. So, for reasons that I'm going to explain in a minute, a Let's Play series is going to work way better for me this week than the usual topical videos. It's just life. Usually when life happens, I produce nothing at all, but this time I have decided to at least give you guys something to watch. And that something is going to be me trying to play Metal Gear Rising in Revengeance mode, which is nuts. So, let's see how it goes. So what Revengeance mode does is swap out enemy placement so that there's a lot of kind of high-tier, harder, mid-game enemies early on in the game. Like this gecko here. This gecko is not really supposed to be there. But if I land a few perfect parries on it, I should be okay anyway. So let's see how my timing is these days. I just barely missed him that time. Ooh, I gotta get away from this one. But if I do get away, then this gecko will be super vulnerable. It makes... In Revengeance mode, the earlier battles are a lot harder than they seem to be designed to be. Revengeance mode makes a lot of their attacks one-hit KOs, so that it screws with the health system. Metal Gear Rising is a game where you're supposed to constantly be healing. However, in Revengeance mode, when enemies' attacks can take away a full health bar fairly easily, you don't really get a chance to ration your health items in the same style that you would in another mode. Let's see how long this takes me. At least I got a few good staggers in there. Also, usually when you fight these things, in the rest of the entire game, you can fairly easily one-hit KO them by parrying their charge move. But you can't do that in this early part of the game because they don't give you the slow motion that activates when you blade mode things, and that for some reason means that the QTE that gives you that one-hit KO doesn't trigger. Oh gosh, and it's crazy nuts. They're freaking Blade Wolves right there. Look at them. Look at them. Those are supposed to be bosses. Just skip them. Get away from them. That's all you need to do. Alright, now this boss here also has some one-hit KO moves. Basically all of his, like, melee attacks can instantly kill you unless you parry them in time. And I love the fact that you can parry them on time. I hate to generalize, but Japanese games are way more diligent about following the rules of their systems. You see a lot of American games change the player's control scheme or change the core rules of their combat if the situation is like cinematic or quote-unquote realistic enough to necessitate such a change and account for it by the events happening on screen. Here you have something where the events happening on screen are completely unrealistic, very, very over the top and ridiculous, but the game is still allowing you to parry it. Like this giant 8-story fighting robot thing that should otherwise be able to smash right in an instance can have those smashes parried, because that's the rule of this game. Metal Gear Rising is a game all about parrying attacks. You get some very sweet rewards if you're good at parrying. They put those rewards behind a nice high sky ceiling. Ooh. That requires a good, sometimes luck, mostly simple reflex challenge. But it fits the theme that they've laid out for it. It is very satisfying to land those parries because you get like a full heal or a one-hit KO on a tough enemy. And for this boss in particular, you can parry to get some very fast and quick efficient damage in. You would normally be pecking at his legs like this, which is a little frustrating since you kind of have to zigzag from one end of the map to another. What's he gonna do? Is he gonna charge? Yeah. I want to jump over his horizontal swipe. Okay. You get three shots to parry that headbutt. I've used up 2 of them. It looks like he doesn't want to charge. So I'll take this time to attack his feet, because I'm going to have to attack his feet anyway. You know, usually when I play this game, I just attack the feet, because that seems like the easiest target in front of you, and also Boris kind of encourages you to do it on the radio. But I was talking to a friend of mine who ended up telling me that you could parry his melee attacks, and I was like, whoa. I was excited. I was very happy. What's he at? 37%? What's he going to be at after I finish this? 25%. Alright, now it is his left leg that is remaining. I've used up my 3 parries on his face, so now I've used up a parry on his... Have I used a parry on his tail? Yeah, I have. His tail's gone. Half of it's gone. So that just leaves his left leg. You're basically stripping armor off this Ray. I want to see if the changes that you're giving him here during this boss battle persist for the next time you see him. Whoa! That would be interesting, because I remember the turrets on those shoulders that you end up chopping off here becoming very annoying in a minute. Okay. Oh my gosh, I really wish he would stop. Come on, don't go anywhere, please. Alright. He's at 2%. If I brush past his legs... Oh, man. Alright. I'm really... Yeah. Alright, I should be good now. He's gonna trigger a QTE, and that's gonna end the battle and play some sweet music, and then I'll be happy on my merry way. Come on, don't miss... If I die now, I'm gonna be really miffed. Oh no! Just do the thing! I know you do a thing! Oh no, he's not doing the thing! Okay, there we go. And now you gotta mash, and the button that you mash changes depending on which shoulder Raiden has to stress. And he freaking suplexes that thing. Like, that's ridiculous. Oh, oops. It's awesome. And the music, it makes a lot. Look, I don't get it. I would never listen to this music outside of this context, but it works so well right there. Oh man, that was fun. Are you feeling it? I am totally feeling it. Ah, jeez. Endorphin rushes are real, people. This game is almost a physiological challenge to the point where you actually get some of that endorphin rush that makes you feel good after like a hard workout or whatnot. It really gets your blood flowing, and that's one of the many reasons why I love it. It's a real guilty pleasure. A lot of Platinum games kind of dig at that appeal. They're comfort games. They're like King of the Hill. I'll explain more in a second. I just don't want to lose my focus when I end up coming up to the next phase of that boss battle. Because if I get a perfect parry on him here, I think I can one-hit KO him without having to go through a lot of elaborate bullshit. Hey, look, part of his helmet is missing. Without having to go through a lot of elaborate bullshit that I normally would. Light, heavy, okay. Oh shit, I heavied one more than I wanted to. He's at 75, he's good. He's going to try to do a melee attack after this laser, and if I get the timing just right on my parry... Yeah! Oh wait, okay, so it's not a one-hit KO, but I still ended up saving a lot of time just then. What's his health meter look like after that? 51.5%. It was at 74 before that started. By the way, yeah, no, don't use blade mode. Boris is a lying bastard. This is way easier. Look at how easy that is. I tried to parry, but couldn't. But it looks like it doesn't matter anyway, because they're giving me the damage. What was he at? 51? What's he at now? 26. See, parrying's important. Parrying is really, really super important. Parrying is how you get good at this game. Also, Is it just me, or is it an incredibly bad idea to shoot a missile at a foe of yours that is full of, healing items? The missiles he fires at you have health packs in them. That's like the opposite of what a missile should have inside of it. Ah. I'm slipping. Ah, my reflexes weren't quite fast enough to get those perfect parries in, but whatever, we're good anyway. We're in a platinum game. We're running on a stepping stone path of missiles floating in midair. Ah. Oh, man. And like I said, I would never listen to this stuff outside of the context of the game, but it works extremely well. It fits the picture on the screen. It fits the pacing of the buttons that you're tapping. It is good game music. Oh man, that's how Platinum does it. Platinum does like Platinum do, and this part right here is Platinum as hell. Look at that, clock tower floating in air while you run down the wall of another tower. Oh no! Second time's gonna be the charm, trust me. I wish I was playing Bayonetta. I wish I was playing Bayonetta most times when I'm not playing Bayonetta. If I had the capture card hooked up to my Xbox right now instead of the PlayStation, I would totally be doing Bayonetta for this week instead of Rising, but whatever, I'm cool with that. The closer I get to playing Bayonetta, the better. Ah, jeez. Okay. So, also, another reason I wanted to do this game in particular is because it's such a reflex-heavy challenge. A 2004 study from Simon Fraser University has revealed that people's reflexes go to shit after age 24. Yeah, it's been objectively proven that you get worse at video games once you get older than 24. And I'm not going to say how old I am, but I will say I'm at least age 24 or older. And I want to hold on to it while I still have it. I'm partially making this playthrough to kind of feel good about myself still being able to play games like this in hard modes like this, even though I'm not the best, obviously. But yeah, we here at Bunny Hop are all about enjoying a good challenge. We're all about kicking science in the pants and proving fairly serious university studies wrong. And we're also about proving ourselves wrong. Like, wasn't I talking earlier about how this game follows a very strict set of rules about how it, like, doesn't change the control scheme or the attack patterns of enemies, depending on if the context for the story is making it realistic or cinematic enough, even though it totally does that right now. Look at this. This is ridiculous. What am I? I can't walk fast anymore. My little slash is like a little pitiful weak slash. I don't want to slash like that. I was a crazy badass cyborg ninja earlier, and now I look like a douche. But it's all over now. Don't have to worry about that anymore, because the game proper begins in a second. Let's see how many BPs I got. Comment rate 16. By the way, you might be able to tell how much I edit now. That actually took me 16 minutes. Wooden sword, machete. Those were unlocked in previous playthroughs. You can do non-lethal playthroughs of Metal Gear Rising using that wooden sword, or by, like, nicking a piece of an enemy's limb off and then moving out of a certain distance radius from them. They will turn on their stealth camo and get the hell out of there. You will actually get a BP bonus if you end battles non-lethally. So there are 3 upgrades that I want to rush towards as fast as I possibly can, and they are the aerial parry, the offensive defense, and later on the polearm. The polearm makes this game way easier, and even after that, Ripper mode, like, gosh, once you... Oh no, I only have 2005 BP! Well, that's life. Life can't be perfect, can it? Anyways, I guess I might have it after a few more minutes, and then I'll be able to dodge. That's gonna make this next fight hard as hell, because they spawn in an enemy who has unblockable attacks. And you can't really do anything about that until you... Oh, that's not a cutscene, this is in-game. You can't really do anything about that until you unlock offensive defense, which is the dodge move, and the dodge move is not tied to a dodge button. Let's see if I can get him in the perfect parry. Yeah! Alright, I might get an S rank. Yeah, I'm at 100%. I think I ought to be fine. Let's see how I do. 13 hits, 3 kills. How does it judge? Da-da-da-da, no damage. Yeah! What do I get for that? 5,000? Alright, that means time to go to the menu. See what we got. That's enough to buy... That's enough to at least buy the offensive defense. Let's see if I can also afford the aerial parry. 3,000. 3,000. Sweet. Alright, I should be well suited for the next few minutes of play. I'm guessing... I don't know if I want to save my money until I get the polearm so that I can upgrade it as much as I can, because I don't think you actually unlock the ability to buy a nice polearm upgrade until the mission after the one where you actually get the polearm. I'll show you what I mean when we get there. For now, there's finally some quiet time, some time to come on there. No, there you go. Some time to run around, grab item crates. Don't forget to grab these health packs. Oh, and don't forget to actually equip them. That's important. You might forget to do that, and you don't want to forget to do that. Okay, so I did mention how you could do non-lethal playthroughs earlier, right? And I'm not doing that. This is so weird. That is Metal Gear Rising's idea of a stealth kill. But yeah, I'm not crazy enough to do a non-lethal Revengeance mode playthrough, because I've tried. It's ridiculously hard, to the point of almost being not fun. I think that the stealth kills that you make with the wooden sword equipped still count as actual kills. Actually, let's see. The difference is in animation. If, oh, I don't have the wooden sword. Of course, I knew that. Basically, when you non-lethally, quote-unquote, kill, or I guess incapacitate so that they retreat an enemy, I don't know if you guys will see it on the video feed, but I'm also seeing a bit of glitches on the PC version. The aspect ratio freaks out if you play in whatever resolution I have it set to right now. It's 720p, but I don't know if it's because my monitor isn't a 16:10 monitor, but you might notice a few glitches. Whatever, deal with it. It actually doesn't change anything at all. You can still stealth kill your way through here easily with those glitches. And there's actually a fun little Easter egg that I'm... Oh no! We can't have that. We're not dealing with that. You get rewards for playing stealthy. I think you get a 2,000 BP bonus, and Boris is like, yay. And those 2,000 BPs can add up for some very nice upgrades later on. So yeah, I've got the routine for this section down fairly well enough. You just hit the guy on the left first, grab his British Petroleum points, grab this grenade. Raiden's a bit too antsy about jumping. And don't forget about the item crate up here. You might miss it. It's important. It has BP in it. BP is important. It feels kind of lame opening up an item crate and not getting health or weapons from it, but BP's important. Come on, come on. There we go. Now, if you hit a civilian on their way out of an area, you get a really weird, like, classic Kojima Easter egg where Raiden strips them naked. Well, they still have their underwear on, so it's okay. I'm horrible. I missed the Zandatsu. Anyways. No, let's help this guy out. I was trying to skip the codec just then. But if there is one major weakness that this game has, it is the consistency with which some codec messages can be skipped, some others can't. They put an invisible wall. There we go. This is Japanese humor. It's inconsistent sometimes with how you can't skip some codecs, you can skip others. There's one in an elevator in a tower that really bugs me. Some of these cutscenes are real-time in the engine, some of them are pre-ordered. You can skip the pre-ordered, pre-rendered ones. You can't skip the real-time ones. That tricks me out every now and then. These geckos are easy kills as soon as they charge. I don't know if I should have done that, because two much harder enemies are gonna spawn in now. Oh no! This isn't going well. Oh well, second time is going to be the charm, right? I believe the proper routine for doing this battle is to take out the gecko first, and then move on, because these two guards right next to him right there are like super easy, but after you defeat them, they spawn in more, who are super hard. The next guys they spawn in can stun lock you, and like force you to parry infinitely. It's really annoying, you don't want that to happen. There you go, charge. Oh my gosh, these geckos are incredibly useless because they decide to make themselves vulnerable and charge like that, which gives you this QTE right here, which you can't do in the beginning of the game. That makes them really easy to kill. Like, look at that. One hit KO almost. Alright, let's take out these two guys, get the full refill. 16 parts, 2 kills, 4 hits. Alright, the next two will spawn in. Now, about those grenades I got earlier, I can use them to separate these guys when they get close, and then come at them from behind. Get a few hits in before... No, man, I was... Okay. I was hoping to use the final end of Raiden's foot attack. This is what you don't want happening. Is the other guy still alive? No, okay. Whew. I should have this, because now I can... Now I can blade mode him and disarm him. I'm using up my health packs, that's not good. Okay, there we go. Oh, man. That was a trip, but that is one of the harder battles in the earlier game. I don't feel bad. When I did my first Revengeance mode playthrough, I was at that forever. Come on. Ah, well. So I don't feel totally okay about getting a D. Oh, wow, I got a B. They were nice to me. Okay. Let's see how diligent I am about following a patient routine for this next stealth section. I believe I should start with the RPG guard on the right and then move on to the left upper levels before going down. Let's see how well that works. One of the other nasty tricks this game does in Revengeance mode that you don't see in others is change up their stealth routines. That guy does not move in easier difficulties. He stays put. Ah, there we go. Oh, I need this. Give me... Damn it. I'm low on health. And I hope that the gecko doesn't jump up by the time... I should probably wait. You know, maybe this guard will reposition himself into a more vulnerable location. I see I got the attention of both of them. If they turn their backs... No, they turn their backs too early. Maybe I can get the gecko. Am I being impatient? I'm being too impatient, aren't I? Yep. Can't have that. Let's see how well I do this time. I have a cup of coffee with me for this playthrough, because I want to stay twitchy and jittery. For the Metal Gear Solid 3 European Extreme, no trank, no challenge, no trank, no kill run, I would have a shot of rum beforehand to loosen me up for the sake of commentary, but I can't do that here. That would slow me down instead of speeding me up. I want my reflexes to be as high as I can make my wrinkly older than 24-year-old self. So we're going for the Twitch action gaming here at Bunny Hop tonight. I need to actually be really slow and patient for this next section and wait for the gecko to pass by these boxes that I'm going to use for cover. Any minute now. This robot will now be repositioned into a more... Whoa! Into a more vulnerable spot, like right here. You can stealth kill these things. I did not know that in my very first playthrough. I figured it out on my second, but that's crazy. That is crazy as well. Alright, now what are the two human guards over here doing? If I remember correctly, this other gecko on the ground will not come up, so you kind of don't have to worry about it while you're still working on the upper levels and working your way down. That's a general reliable rule for stealth games, is work your way down from high locations. Alright, the rear guard goes backwards and forwards. Let's get him now while he's going back. Oh no, he's looking at me. Oh god, oh god, oh god. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Oh, this is going to end very favorably for me. Look at that. When the timer runs out, they turn their back right to you, right at the place you're hiding. They just make themselves open up to your attack. Okay. There's the last gecko. After I land the kill on it, I should get my BP bonus. What am I at, 12,000? I wish I remembered the price of the polearm and whatever upgrades you can unlock from the polearm early on in the game. So that I could know whether or not I'm allowed to spend money right now, but I don't really think I need it for the next boss. Oh my gosh. This is bringing back horrible memories of reading that Kotaku article where... I don't want to be wrong. I'm terrible with remembering names. I think it was... Kirk Hamilton. Please be nice to me if I got that wrong, but I think it was... Kirk Hamilton. Leading a discussion with other Kotaku staff in an email conversation about how he couldn't figure out the parry system and got stuck at Blade Wolf here. There was this really unbearable controversy when this game first came out where people, like, couldn't figure out the parry system. I guess they were sleeping through the tutorial because there was a very diligent tutorial about parrying that at least explained it to me well enough. And I'm not really being a good example right now, am I? I just got hit a few times unnecessarily. I'm not discounting the possibility that trying to talk while playing is making me worse. I mean, that's reasonable, right? And these guys are no threat at all. 3 kills, perfect. There you go. Why did you send them? They are nothing. Come on. Why did you do that? Oh my god. And I love the dialogue in this game too. Like it's Platinum. Platinum games are like comfort games. They're cheesy, kitschy. No, I don't know if I want to call them kitschy, but they're like campy masterpieces. They have a certain degree of maturity and intelligence to them that you would not expect because they show off a outer veneer of being dumb, kitschy, poppy stuff. Like you have this robot wolf dog fighting against a crazy cyborg ninja who's like completely over the top and crazy, but it's okay because the actual storyline of the game is really funny and it has a sense of humor. It knows how ridiculous it's being, and that's what separates Platinum games from a lot of other quote-unquote silly, mature, stupid, over-the-top stuff that's just like gritty in a wannabe mature way. Like, Platinum games have a sense of humor and style to them that's kind of nostalgic, that makes them more legitimately mature. Like, you have to have lived through a few generations of video games to look at this thing and say, hey, I remember when video games were that ridiculous and we thought it was okay. Oh man, I missed the QTE, but let's see if it... Yeah, it's okay.
What would an AI know about freedom?
Like that line right there! Oh my god, and then it explodes! Just cuz. One of these crates has a health pack. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, this is going to be a crazy week. I'm gonna try to upload one of these videos every other day. and I I actually edited out a few parts where I retried more than 3 times, so I don't want you guys to have to watch me play through the same sections over and over again, but I still want you to be able to have an experience of kind of viscerally enjoying a really gratifying, satisfying, intense challenge and feeling the sense of reward that comes with it. And that's what I'm going for here. I hope it works out, and I'll see you guys in 2 days.